Hey everyone, welcome back. This is my second coloring video. Actually my third video, but the second day I'm making videos. Like I said in my last video, I think I'm going to try to post videos once or twice on the weekends, because those are about my only times that I have that I'm available to really sit down and do this with you guys. I don't get much coloring time during the week. It's a little hectic with the baby. And I actually just put the baby up for a nap today. So that way we can color a little bit uninterrupted today. As you can see, today I'm working in Johanna Basford's Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and I'm actually, I did the golds in gel pen and the silver, and then these flowers on the outside here are done with actually Crayola Artist Edition pencils. I really like them. They're affordable, and what they produce is actually pretty good quality. I was surprised. So I really like them. I jump to those occasionally. And then I decided to draw in this background here with pencil first. Then I went over it with a Sakura Micron pen to darken those lines. I just love Sakura Micron pens. I use them for everything. And this is actually the one that I used. I like to use the 01. I like to Zentangle with these, doodle with these, and of course do a lot of drawing with these. Just love those pens. I've been using those since I was a teenager in high school for everything. And now I'm just going in and I'm actually using watercolor pencils for the background, and it's actually Magic Fly. I think these were purchased off of Amazon. My sister-in-law got these for my birthday one year. I absolutely love them. I love pencils and I love painting, so it combines two of my favorite things. And I haven't used them much until recently, but I've been starting to really experiment with them. And once I realized I could use them in my coloring books, I was just ecstatic. So quickly before I dive in, I remember last video I had said that I actually only have officially been adult coloring since the beginning of this year, and I've only actually completely finished 2 pages, so I thought I'd show them today. So this is the first page, and I actually finished this about a week ago, and this is out of Hannah Lynn's Fairy Tale Princesses and Storybook Darlings. I love this book, and I saw somebody else coloring in it, and I don't remember who, and I just said I had to have it, and I got it right away. And Cinderella was my absolute favorite princess growing up when I was a kid, so I had to color her first. And these are actually done in all Crayola Super Tips except for the butterflies are gel pen. She's got some silver gel pen details here on the carriage and on her bodice. But that was pretty much it, Crayola Super Tips and gel pens. And that took me about 2 days to finish. So that is the nice thing about coloring with markers, is you just finish so quickly. And then my second page I'm going to show you is out of Johanna Basford's Secret Garden. I just love Johanna's books. I'm so excited for her new book coming out, World of Flowers. I'm very excited about that one. But this is the other page, my other finish page. Again, this was Crayola Super Tips, and again, that's why it's finished, because it was done on markers. I have so many work in progresses, guys. I like to bounce back and forth between my coloring pages. I'll try to do that less with the videos I post. I'll try to stick to 1 or 2 work in progresses until we work through them. But honestly, during the week, I'm just bouncing all over the place. So, let's get into our painting today. Just gathering my stuff over here to the side, make sure I have my brushes and I have my pen. I have my cup of pencils here. Love my solo cups. That's what I keep everything in. One of these days I'll unsteady the camera and I'll show you guys my little setup back here, but I'm just parked in my dining room. No special place for me, but I do have a nice setup on the sideboard here with all my coloring stuff. My kids know not to touch under penalty. Alright, So this morning I was gonna post a video, but then I saw that Sammy from Color and Chat with Sammy was doing a live stream, and then Sky from Dream and Color did her first live stream today. She just finished that up, so I jumped in there and I participated in those, and I watched those. Both gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's why I'm now getting to this now, and I will try and get this up as soon as I'm done. But honestly, guys, it takes about an hour from the time that I finish the video to get it uploaded. It just takes forever to upload onto YouTube. I'm not sure why that is. So with this pencil set, they're not really named or labeled for colors. This is like a dark turquoise, kind of like robin's egg blue color. And on the flowers, I laid this color down first as a base coat, and I don't really have a place to show. Maybe you can see it over here. That was the first layer right there, and I did that on all the flowers as a base coat. And then I went over that base coat with this color green, and you can see that up here more towards the tips. And then I did a dark blue, which is this color here, down towards the bottoms, and tried to blend them a little bit. And now I'm going back over with this robin's egg turquoise color, and I'm just blending all those layers in together. I'm just going to go nice and even and blend all of those layers in. So for me, I notice I'm outside the lines a lot with my watercolors. Doesn't really bother me. I think this is the first page, my coloring book page, that I've done with watercolors. So we'll see how the finished product is, and I'll know if I need to be more careful, or if when the finished product's done, maybe it won't be noticeable and I won't really mind. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just ignoring it. Not going super sloppy, but I'm not going to give myself a hard time. It goes outside the lines a little bit. So I'm just trying to blend all those blues and greens together, make it just a little smooth. And I don't know if you can see the difference, but this flower here I've actually already blended. Now I've just done that one, but these over here, they had their second coat, but they haven't been blended yet, so that's what we're doing. We're just blending and smoothing all those colors together. Yes, Dream in Color, she just did her first live stream. That's what I just watched. And she worked with some Neo colors. Absolutely gorgeous. That is definitely the next thing that I have to have. And I don't know when I'll get to it, to purchasing them, but is my next have to have. And I would just love to play around with those. I just love watercolors. They're so fun. Probably just get a small set to start with. Haven't decided what to do with the centers of my flowers. I was trying to mimic these flowers here in pencil on the outside of my page. And there I did the robin's egg greenish flower petal, and I did a dark green color on the inside of the flower, but I've got a lot of greens and blues going on already, And I think I'd like some pop of color there. Of course, my centers will be yellow-orange, but I just haven't decided if I want to stick with the dark green on the centers of these or if I want to do something else. I did pull out this purpley magenta color. I thought that this would be really pretty in here. And I've got a purple as well. So I was thinking about maybe doing my centers with these. Maybe bring in a little bit of green or blue, but I'm just not sure. I just haven't decided. And I might just save those for after and just work on my leaves and stuff for now until I can decide what I want to do there. Now I've seen, I'm on a Johanna Basford Coloring Pages Facebook group, and I've seen a lot of people doing watercolor pencils in their books, and I said, oh hey, I have watercolor pencils. I'd love to try them with that, but I just haven't had the courage to do it. And then there was one particular artist on the group, Valencia. Her artwork is amazing. It is breathtaking, it is inspiring, and I am nowhere near her level, but watching her post her stuff and seeing all her pictures, it was just so inspiring. It really just pushed me to break out my pencils and just say, hey, go for it, you know? You never know what you're capable of until you try. And even if you're not awesome at first, it's all about learning and trying. And then over time, everything improves. And if my husband walked in here, he'd be giving me crap. He always does when I'm working with my watercolor pencils. Because when he was a kid, he would dip the pencil straight into the water and straight to the page, and that's how you use them, and that's the only way you use them, and he can't understand how I use my paintbrush. It just baffles him, and every time I break them out, it's the same thing. And I do occasionally do that for details afterwards, but I'm comfortable with the paintbrush. I have looked into the water brushes, where the water's already in the brush. And you kind of squeeze it on. I have been playing around with possibly buying those and trying them out. I'm just comfortable with my little artist paintbrushes because I like to paint with acrylic. I haven't done acrylic painting in quite a while, but last summer I did a lot of acrylic painting and actually I did it for a couple of years. I just haven't been into it, not since I've had the baby. It's a lot of mess. It's a lot of setup and breakdown because I don't have a specific place to do my coloring. And with the baby around, she pretty much needs me. I'm just getting to the point now where, okay, nap time, so mommy can go play for an extended period of time uninterrupted. Just trying to blend all these colors together now. Make it a little less choppy, a little more smooth. And I'm so glad I just decided to go for it because I'm really liking how this page is coming out so far. I'm enjoying the process. I'm genuinely having fun. And I just think it is coming out beautifully. I'm not sure I should have gotten into all these little places because I'll see how I'm going over my gel pen here. I'm going to attempt to go back over with my gel pen afterwards and see if I can cover that up. And honestly, if I had known that I was going to attempt to use watercolor pencils, it was a spur-of-the-moment decision the other day, I probably would have put the gel pen in after, and I would have done all my watercolor playing around first, and then I would have went in with everything on top of the watercolor. So I'm just probably go back in on top of anything that I color over by accident. And there we go. Oh, I almost forgot this flower over here. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but this flower, I didn't even put my dark blue in yet. So we're going to do that real quick. Again, I'm using this dark blue color. It's like an indigo. I'm not too worried about mixing colors on my brush because they're all getting mixed on the page anyway. So it doesn't bother me. Ultimately, everything's going to get blended in anyway. And I'll probably just give that, just going up a little bit into the green. Not too much. I'm not coloring the whole flower because I want the top part to be predominantly the lighter blue and the green, and the bottom to be the darker values, the darker blues. And I might actually go in with just one more layer and just do a little bit. I think I'm going to. I'll let it dry a little bit first. I don't want to super saturate my page. So I just give it a little bit of dry time in between stuff, but I think I'm going to go back in and right in the centers down here on the bottom of my petals, I think I'm going to darken it just a little bit more. Either again with that indigo blue, or I might actually just try a little bit of black, because I think that's the darkest blue I have. I do have this color, looks to be like a little bit of a darker blue, so I might try this, and if not, I'll try the black. Although that looks a little green to me, guys. I'm not sure. It's all in experimentation. So for now, while I'm waiting for my flowers to dry, I think I'll go in and I'll start working on my leaf stem here. Just gonna try and find a darker green that I want to use here, and I'm just not sure what yet. So I have my little scratch paper over here that I'm just laying down colors real quick to see what they look like, so you can get an idea. That's too similar to, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. It's a little too similar to already what we have, so I want darker than that. This looks like a dark color, but actually, no, okay. I wasn't sure if this is the color I actually use for these leaves, but it's not. You can tell because I've got the water drippage down the side of the pencil. That's the pencil I used. So I'll try this one out and see. Yeah, that's a darker color, but I don't like, it's very yellow. It's more like a yellow green compared to what's down there, and I don't really want to mix that into that leaf. Let's see. Try this one. All about trying out your colors until you're happy. Until you're happy with what you find. Let's see. It's like a blue-green. Maybe that one. Maybe I'll try this dark green over here. Remember I pulled out that dark green to maybe use, or dark blue-green to maybe use at the bottom of the flowers. Let's see what this one is. Oh, that is blue. Oh, we're probably going to use that one for the flowers, I think. That's a nice color. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to go back to this one. I think I'm going to use this one. It is like a blue-green, but we'll go back over it with the original green of the leaf, just so that way it's not too blue. I don't want too many blues and greens going on. Don't want it to all mash into the same kind of color. You know, a little bit of contrast. Alright, So we're just going to go ahead and put some darker values in here. A little darker down here. I'm gonna make them dark at the bottom. Leave them lighter at the top. So just bring it up. Bring it up my two sides here. Do a little bit in the middle. And just a little more. Darken this down here at the bottom. Again, starting from the bottom, we'll go up to the top here. Up my two sides, and then just a little bit down here at the bottom. Make it varied a little bit. Want it to be a little choppy. Leaving this butterfly uncolored. I'll probably color that with either pencil or maybe gel pen. I haven't decided. And that's kind of the main butterfly, and I haven't really picked a solid. I think I want to make all the butterflies in Johanna Basford, at least the main butterfly, the character of the story. I think I want to make her the same color throughout the whole book, and I just haven't decided what those colors are because I feel like it's a huge commitment. That's so many pages of butterfly that you're committing to with color. So I just haven't decided what that color is going to be yet. Although I think I saw somebody on the Facebook group. She said, I decided it's a magical butterfly and it can change colors, and that's why every page it's a different color. Kind of like that idea. It just takes that pressure away. I think I'm going to make this a little bit, I think I'm just going to make this dark right here because you know what, it's underneath everything. It's kind of shadowed anyway. We're just going to make the whole thing darker. We'll do the same thing I think with this leaf. Leaving those little leaves uncolored, I'll probably go back in with those with some kind of gel pen. So I'm just playing around, adding layers, adding different colors until I like what I'm getting. If you're not happy with layer 1 or layer 2, go in and add another layer. Build up your colors. But if you're going to do that with watercolor, I suggest you let your layers dry in between, or you're just going to soak your page. You don't want to do that. So I'll work on these leaves on this layer and I'll let it dry pretty much completely before I'll go back and add more color to it. Just like we're doing with our flowers right now. We're just letting them dry before we finish them up, or the outer petals. Add everything. Now we've got a couple more leaves down here at the bottom of the page. I don't know why I decided it was a good idea to go through all this beautiful intricate line work on the border, but I did. So I don't know how much of this is going to be super detailed or how much of it's just going to become blended color in the background. I have some detail down here, and in some places I said, you know what, we'll just start blending our colors in. Alright, I think that's all our leaves. We'll let those dry before we move on to our next color. My flowers are still a little damp. I don't want to add more to that, so maybe we'll work on these guys. And those I was going for really dark, so I think we'll just add some black for shading in there, and then we'll just go right back to that green. Or actually, you know, I really liked this. It would add some more yellow to it, and add some contrast. I think that was this guy. So this was the original pencil here that I used for that base coat. Now it's a question of, do we want to add the black and this brighter color as well? So let's just lay down some of this original color and just play with it real quick. Let's see what we like. So there's the original color. It's a little watery. Let's try and get some of this water out. We'll do another swatch over here. And it's just such a dark color. It's not very vibrant. That's why I'm thinking about adding some of this yellow to it. Yes. I think that'll be nice. The question is, do I add my darker color, black, for shading first? And then add that? Oh, that'll be nice. But we'll minimize this, how much we use. We'll just use a very little bit of the black. And then we'll go in and we'll do the bright color on top. And then I'll probably top it back off with the original color. So I'm going to be very sparing here with my black. I don't want it to be too dark, but I just want to get some, oh, see, very dark. So try and get some of this in around the flower, kind of like for shadowing. Yeah, just get some of that in there. Again, so easy to just super duper make this super dark with the black. It's going to take some practice, but that's okay. We're going to go over it with a couple more layers, so I'm sure I can brighten that up, no problem. Just learning. So the idea here is I'm just trying to put in some shadow parts. So all these leaves are kind of underneath everything else. So originally I was playing around with the idea of making the background, and I mean all this white space here, black. But I'm not so sure now, just because I've got so many blues and greens going on, if I want it to be black. Maybe purple. I was playing around with purple the other day. Or I just might leave it white. But I don't know, I don't think I'm going to leave it white. Originally, before I even drew anything in, I think it was going to be dark blue, like a midnight blue. But then I decided to go ahead and draw in all these flowers and play around my watercolors. I'm just going to go ahead and do black kind of everywhere here because this one's really shadowed underneath everything else. I'm going to lose my words here too if I'm not careful. Okay. You know what, guys? Look at this. As it dries, it's really not so dark. So that's not bad. just going to bring this color out. It's so dark. Bringing it out right from there. Okay. Maybe that's the technique I want to use. Do a dark line and then just bring in just some water and just pull it away, I think. Pulling it away. I think that's what we'll do. I'll try it. Still learning here, guys. So I'm just going to put a dark line, maybe darker than that. Dark line here, right where I want the shadowed part to be. Now I'm going to empty the pigment from my brush and just get water in there, and now I'm just going to pull it away. Ooh. Looks like I've got some blue in there. That's probably because my flower wasn't quite dry. Just going to pull it away now. See, I still had pigment on my brush that time because it covered the blue. A little bit darker probably than I want it to be. It's okay, I'll just put some water back in there. Pull it away, blend it in. Don't know how excited I am about this color choice for these flowers, but I did want something different. For the flowers, for the leaves that I'm working on right now, but I did want something different to all the other leaves all over the page. I did want some contrast there, but you know what, we'll see how it looks when it's finished. Oh. Quite a bit of water and quite a bit of pigment here. So we can just move this around our page. Yep, not bad. It's not bad at all. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys can see it, but sometimes I get excess water on the tip of my pencil. I don't notice it, and then I dip back into my cup, and now I'm picking up too much water onto my page. Oh, I apologize. I think I just stuck my head under the camera. Yep, there we go. Just blend that up. Just gonna put a little bit more here, darker.